Welcome to English with Lisa. I'm Lisa.
And I'm John. Today we're sharing the essential English phrases you need to get from the check-in to taxi without stressing out.
We'll break down the airport process into simple stages. Get ready. Let's learn the simple English you need to travel without stress.
Let's start at the check-in counter. The first thing you need to confirm is usually your bags.
Exactly. You have to ask, do I need to weigh my luggage? Or what is the maximum weight allowance for this flight?
And if you're worried about bringing too many things, you might have to ask, are we allowed to bring 2 carry-on bags each?
The key is knowing the limits. If your bag is too heavy, the agent will tell you, I'm sorry, your bag is over the limit. You definitely don't want to hear that.
Right. Once you're done, the agent hands you the most important piece of paper, the boarding pass. Make sure to check the gate number and boarding time right away.
Stage 2 is security. This is where everyone gets confused, even native speakers.
The most common phrase you'll hear is, please take out all electronics and liquids and place them in the tray. And remember to ask, do I need to take off my belt or shoes?
Once you pass security, you're looking for the information screen. That's your best friend. You need to see if your flight is on time or if it's delayed.
And if you can't find your gate, just ask a staff member, excuse me, where is gate 18?
If you have time to kill before the flight, you might say, we have an hour until boarding starts. Let's grab a coffee.
Okay, once we're settled on the plane, we might need assistance. You might say, excuse me, could you call the flight attendant? I need a blanket.
Or if you need something to drink, try, I'd love a sparkling water with lemon, please. Remember to be polite.
Finally, landing. As soon as we disembark, we need to head to baggage claim. You'll look at the screen and see something like, bags for BA 249 are on carousel 5.
And the very last step, once you're outside, is finding your ride. You might ask, where's the line for yellow taxis? Or, is the rideshare pickup area close by?
Knowing these phrases makes the whole process smoother and less stressful.
Absolutely. Practice these phrases before your next trip.
Once you land, you might need local cash. You'll have to find the currency exchange.
And when you get there, you need to ask clearly, what is the exchange rate for US dollars today? Or, do you charge a commission fee?
Exactly. If the rate seems bad, you can politely say, that rate seems a little low. Is there an ATM nearby? ATMs often give you a better deal.
Good point. You also might need to ask, do you have any small bills? Because a taxi driver might not be able to break a large $100 note.
Airports are huge, and sometimes things go wrong. If you need help, you need to know how to ask.
If you feel unwell, you might need to find help quickly. Say, could you please direct me to the first aid station? Or, I need to speak to a doctor or a nurse.
Or if you lost something important, you'll go to Lost and Found. The key question is, has anyone turned in a black backpack? And make sure you can describe the item well.
And for something simple like a headache, you can ask a shop attendant, excuse me, where is the nearest pharmacy?
We all need our phones to work. Finding Wi-Fi and power is crucial.
You'll definitely ask, is there free Wi-Fi available here? And be prepared for the answer. Yes, but you need to register with your email address.
If your battery is dying, ask, where can I find a charging station? Or, are there any available power outlets near the gate?
If you need to make a quick local call, you might ask, is there a payphone or a public phone I can use? Although those are rare now. After claiming your luggage, the next hurdle is leaving the airport.
You need to know your options. Ask an information attendant, where do I catch the airport shuttle? Or, is there a train that goes downtown?
If you've booked a ride, ask, where is the designated pickup zone for ride-sharing apps like Uber or Lyft?
And if you're taking a public bus, you need to be specific. Does this bus go to the central bus terminal? Finally, remember that politeness opens doors at the airport. You often have to ask strangers for favors.
If you need to put your heavy bag up, you can ask, excuse me, would you mind helping me lift this into the overhead bin?
If you're blocking someone, simply say, I apologize. May I squeeze past you?
And if you want to switch seats on the plane, ask politely, excuse me, would you be willing to switch seats with me? I'd really like to sit closer to my friend.
Okay, let's talk about the worst case scenario. Your bag doesn't show up. You have to go straight to the baggage service desk.
Right. You need to ask, I need to file a claim for lost luggage. Or, my suitcase is damaged. Where do I report damaged baggage?
And be prepared to answer what color and brand is your bag and what is your bag tag number. That number is crucial for tracking.
If they say they found it, you ask, will the airline deliver the bag to my hotel or do I need to pick it up?
Once on the plane, there are specific things you might need that aren't obvious.
If you're cold, you can ask, could I get a second blanket? It's a bit drafty here.
Or if your seat is broken, excuse me, I can't get my seat to recline. Can someone take a look?
And if your neighbor is too loud, you might ask, would it be possible to move to a different empty row? Sometimes you buy too much while traveling, and you don't want to pay high baggage fees. The airport might have solutions.
You could ask the information desk, is there a post office or a shipping service located in this terminal?
If you're sending something, you need to know the cost. What are the options for express shipping versus standard?
And remember to ask about security. Do I need to leave the package unsealed for inspection? Airports have great services for people who need extra help, but you need to know how to request them.
You can ask when you check in, can I request wheelchair assistance from the gate to the aircraft?
Or, where is the nearest accessible restroom?
If you have a long transit, you might ask, is there a quiet room or a place for resting nearby? Finally, giving feedback is important for future travelers.
If you had great service, you can ask, where can I fill out a customer feedback form for the airline?
And if you had a problem, you might ask, who is the supervisor I can speak to about an issue with security?
The key is to be polite but firm. You might say, I would like to make a formal complaint regarding the service at the check-in counter.
Let's not forget the fun part, duty-free shopping. You need the right phrases to save money.
Exactly. First, ask, do I need to show my boarding pass to make a purchase here? And then, are these items duty-free for international travelers?
And if you're comparing prices, you can ask, can I pay in euros or local currency? Or, do you offer a military discount?
And a key question for alcohol or large items is, can this item be safely sealed for the flight?
If you have a long layover, you might need a place to rest.
You could ask the information desk, are there any transit hotels inside the terminal? Or where is the nearest resting lounge?
If you have to leave the airport, ask, do I need a special visa to leave the transit area during a layover?
And if your flight is canceled, you'll need to ask the airline, will the airline provide accommodation for the night?
When choosing food, you need to be aware of dietary needs.
You must be able to ask, does this dish contain any nuts or shellfish? That's a crucial health question.
Or if you need a specific request, could I get a glass of tap water instead of bottled water?
And if you're short on time, ask, how long will this order take?
If you have a connecting flight, you often have to go through security again.
The important question is, do I need to recheck my luggage for my connecting flight?
And if you're confused, ask which terminal is used for domestic connections. You might also need to confirm, is this the correct line for transfer passengers?
What about unusual items like sports equipment?
You need to ask, where do I drop off oversized luggage? Or, is there an extra handling fee for this surfboard?
If you need to store something short term, ask, is there a baggage storage facility here? And confirm the retrieval time. What time does the baggage service desk close?
Always confirm your documents are correct, especially for travel with children or pets.
For kids, you might ask, do I need to show a notarized letter of consent for the child traveling with me? For a pet, where is the pet relief area located? And if you're concerned about a visa, ask, where is the office for visa inquiries?
And finally, simple courtesy can make a big difference, especially in a new country.
A simple, could you please repeat that? I didn't quite catch it, is essential for clarity.
And if you need a photo, excuse me, would you mind taking our picture?
And always end with a specific thank you for your help or I appreciate your patience.
Beyond the passport, you might need specific phrases related to proving who you are.
You could be asked, do you have any secondary photo ID if there's an issue with your passport scan?
And if you have a name that's hard to pronounce, you might need to say, could you please spell that out for me?
If you're questioned about your bag, you'll confirm, yes, that bag has been in my possession the entire time. Sometimes you need to address problems with the airport facilities itself.
You might need to report a facility issue. Excuse me, the toilet in the restroom is clogged, or the hand dryer isn't working.
Or if you need to find an ATM that works with your card, Where is the nearest bank that accepts foreign debit cards?
If an escalator breaks down, you can ask a staff member, "Is the escalator out of service? Where is the staircase?" Communication isn't just about words. It's about tone and formality, especially in international airports.
In some cultures, being very direct is normal, but it's always safest to use modal verbs like, could I please have, or would you be able to?
If you don't understand an announcement, you might ask, "Is that announcement specifically for my flight?"
And remember the phrase, please and thank you are universally required. Say, thank you for your assistance. A few key phrases relate purely to personal safety and situational awareness.
If you see something concerning, report it. "I think there is an unattended bag near gate 7.
Or if you suspect someone is trying to mislead you, are you an official airport employee? Can I see your badge?
And if you have a critical document, you might ask, "Is there a safe place I can store my valuables before boarding?"
And finally, after a successful journey, we wrap up the conversation.
You can thank your flight crew. "Thank you for a smooth flight and safe travels to you all."
And if you see a fellow traveler heading to your destination, I hope you enjoy your stay in New York.
This comprehensive list should cover almost every situation you'll encounter, from curb to curb.
That was our complete airport survival guide. Remember to use polite phrases like excuse me and could you please.
And that brings us to the end of our airport survival guide. Let's quickly recap the 25 key actions you need to master.
Ready. First, you master check-in and asking about the weight allowance.
Then you smoothly handle security, knowing to put electronics in the tray and finding your gate number.
Don't forget the finances. You know how to ask for the exchange rate and look for a local ATM.
And if you're not feeling well, you can find first aid or the nearest pharmacy quickly.
Once on board, you can ask the attendant for a blanket, order your specific meal option, and report when your seat won't recline.
Crucially, you can handle problems, asking about lost luggage and reporting a clogged restroom or an out-of-service escalator.
You know to look for free Wi-Fi and a charging station, and you know the questions for duty-free shopping.
Finally, you know how to use polite phrases to ask someone to squeeze past or help you with your bag, and how to thank the crew for a smooth flight.
You are officially ready to travel. Every step covered.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe to English with Lisa for more confidence-boosting episodes. The most important thing is that you keep practicing every day.
We hope you feel supported in your learning now.
Remember to set goals, practice every day, and do not be afraid of mistakes. Your effort is the most important tool.
Your help lets us share our podcast with more people.
Safe travels and keep speaking English.
Until next time, happy learning. Bye for now.